Alright, let's be honest. Spider-Man, Brand New Day is shaping up to be one of Marvel's biggest gambles yet, and not in a good way. After the mixed reactions to Far From Home and No Way Home, it feels like Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios have completely lost the trust of the fans when it comes to Spider-Man's story. Today, I'm breaking down why Brand New Day might end up being another rushed, overstuffed, and poorly written movie, one that could do more harm than good to Peter Parker's character. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Kevin Feige. Look, Feige's been a genius architect for the MCU's first 3 phases. Nobody's denying that. But since Endgame, it feels like Marvel has lost its compass. Projects have been inconsistent, storylines feel rushed or half-baked, and tonal balance has gone completely off the rails. And when it comes to Spider-Man, the biggest issue is trust. Feige doesn't seem to trust the character to stand on his own. Every Spider-Man movie in the MCU has relied on legacy characters, cameos, or Tony Stark's influence to keep it interesting. Without those, does Marvel even know how to tell a proper Peter Parker story anymore? Far From Home might be one of the most frustrating Spider-Man movies ever made. The secret identity drama? Completely fumbled, because a lot of people close to him know who he is. And Mysterio, yet another villain angry at Tony Stark, not Spider-Man. The entire premise felt like a recycled MCU plot rather than a Spider-Man story. It was less about Peter growing as a person and more about cleaning up another one of Tony's messes. When you strip away the flashy effects and the European scenery, Far From Home doesn't even understand who Spider-Man is supposed to be. Now, let's talk about No Way Home. Yes, it was fun. Seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield return was an incredible fan experience. But let's not pretend that nostalgia equals good writing. The story is full of holes, and the biggest issue is how it rewrites and undermines past characters. Take Norman Osborn, for example. The movie character assassinates him by turning him into a victim of the Goblin Serum. If you actually rewatch Spider-Man 1, Norman isn't some tragic lab rat who lost control. He chose to embrace the Goblin persona. That complexity is completely erased in No Way Home in favor of a redemption arc that makes no sense. It's just lazy writing. Most of these villains had personal motives even before their powers. Sandman wanted to help his daughter, Norman wanted control, Electro wanted recognition. You can't just hit them with a magic cure and pretend they're fixed. And now we're hearing that Brand New Day could feature Hulk, Punisher, and who knows who else, because that's exactly what's happening with Captain America, Brave New World, a movie that's already being criticized for feeling like an overcrowded mess. If Marvel learned anything from No Way Home, it should be that too many characters can destroy pacing and development. Spider-Man should be about Peter Parker balancing his personal life, his moral choices, and his responsibilities. Not a crossover cameo fest where every street-level hero pops up just to remind us the MCU still exists. And now they're throwing in Peter's college storyline too? There's no way all of that fits into a single, well-paced movie. Marvel's been all over the place since Endgame. You've got mid-projects like Fantastic Four that fail to recapture the magic, while Thunderbolts might end up being one of the few genuinely exciting ideas on the slate. The problem is that Marvel doesn't seem to understand what fans actually want anymore. We don't need endless cameos or multiverse gimmicks. We want solid storytelling and character-driven arcs. And with Brand New Day, it feels like Marvel is once again trying to distract us with nostalgia bait instead of fixing the core writing issues that have plagued Spider-Man's MCU journey from the start. What made Spider-Man so special in the first place was his simplicity. He wasn't a billionaire, a god, or a super soldier. He was just a kid trying to do the right thing, no matter the cost. But somewhere along the way, the MCU turned him into Iron Man Jr., and it's been hard to recover ever since. If Brand New Day doesn't bring Spider-Man back to his roots, street, level, crime, moral responsibility, and personal sacrifice, it's going to fail. So yeah, I'm not excited for Spider-Man. Brand New Day. Marvel has to earn back our trust, and right now they're doing the exact opposite. But what do you think? Are you still hopeful for the movie, or are you done with MCU Spider-Man for good? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more deep dives.